Alrighty, so I'm just making a quick video in case anybody missed class or needs it to go back as a reference as to the second example from class today, where I talk about dilution and how we do dilution problems. And so this problem says stock solutions of hydrochloric acid are 12.0 molar. If your teacher asks you to make 100.0 milliliters of a 1.0 molar hydrochloric solution, how much of the stock solution should you use? So this is going to be using our molarity equation, which is M1 V1 equals M2 V2, where M stands for molarity and V stands for volume. Important thing to know is that the volume can be milliliters or liters. Either one works perfectly fine. M does need to be molarity though, but in general, you tend to already know that for these types of problems. It's not something that you have to solve ahead of time. It usually something is that you already know. Um, so what were the ones, the subscript ones, as we've talked about previously, mean starting information, and twos mean ending. So this is how much, this is what you're starting with, the molarity you start with, and the volume of that you're going to be using. And the twos are what you're trying to make. So the molarity of what you're trying to make and the volume that you are making. So what I like to do is I like to go through the problem and I like to highlight the things that are ones, yellow, and highlight the things that are twos, pink. So let's read through our problem information again. So this says that stock solutions of hydrochloric acid are 12.0 molars. That sounds like the starting conditions to me. Like we start off with 12 molar acid. So that's our starting molarity. If your teacher asks you to make 100 milliliters of 1.0 molar hydrochloric, so if you're making it, those must be the ending conditions. So I'm going to switch over to pink. Okay, so we're going to make 100 milliliters of 1.0 molar hydrochloric. Then how much of the stock solution should you use? So how much is referring to volume, and this is the starting stuff. The stock solution is what you start with. So that's what we're going to be solving for. So let's go ahead and let's write down what we know. So we know that M1, we start with 12 molar acid, is 12.0 molar. V1 is what we're solving for. So this is going to be X. M2, what are we trying to make? We're trying to make 1.0 molar acid. And V2 is the amount we want to make is 100 milliliters. So now that I have figured out what all my variables are, it's just a matter of plugging into our solution and solving for X. So M1 is 12.0, V1 is X, equals M2, which is 1.0, V2 is 100. So we can simplify this and have 12x equals 100. So as usual, to solve for x, we're just going to divide by whatever it's being multiplied by. You can cancel that out, and so we can have 100 divided by 12 gives me 8.33. So it would be 8.33 milliliters. So if you wanted to make that solution for your teacher, you need to use 8.33 milliliters of the starting stock solution in order to make the 100 milliliters of 1 molar they asked for. And that's it. So hopefully this helps, and I will see you in class.